Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good weekend. If you're new, thank you for checking out the channel, and if you are a continuing supporter, then thank you. So, or a regular supporter, whatever you want to call it. So last night, Zach was on a couple of, he was on Lightcast. That was an awesome interview. If you haven't watched it with Lightcast podcast, I recommend that you watch that. It's just... Lightcast, they're great. All those guys are great. Taylor Murphy, Josh Morales, Matt. So, check that out if you haven't seen it. And then on another stream, I believe it was, I don't think it was still it was a different one. Zach shared the first look at Van der Rohe's character in the upcoming animated prequel from Army of the Dead. The Army of the Dead spinoff animated prequel that is supposed to come out next year. So, it's kind of a low-res picture, but I zoomed in a lot on my computer so you could see it, because the picture of Zach holding up the phone is pretty small. So I zoomed in so you could get a better look at it. Very cool. It looks like him. It looks just like Omari. It looks like Omari Hardwick and his character Van der Rohe in the Army of the Dead movie. This reminds me of what Deborah Snyder said a while back about when she was talking about the style of the animation that they went with. It's kind of like, she said it had this oil painting quality or texture to it, but it's very realistic at the same time. And I totally see that. That was a good description. Ever since she said that, I've been trying to kind of imagine what it might look like. And I think she really nailed the description of it, because I totally see those two things meshing together here in this picture. It's really cool that he showed a close-up picture so we can see how much it really makes me want to see the rest of the characters, because obviously they're really gonna, it's probably not necessary to say, but they really do look like they're real life characters and the actors. And not that that's surprising, because it's an animated prequel spin-off, but you still wonder how they're gonna look, you know what I mean, in the animated form. And that's pretty awesome. I'm so excited to see the rest of the characters and the zombies. Well, this is going to show how the virus and all that started. So I'm sure at some point we'll probably see zombies in the actual animated movie. I don't know if it's going to go back and forth between past and present. I don't know, but I'm just excited to see it. And Zach kind of was talking a little bit about the whole time loop theory on Lightcast yesterday. And he was saying some pretty cool stuff about that. And we know, spoiler alert, if you've seen the movie, then Van der Rohe, his character, seems to be pretty knowledgeable about what's going on in this world, and seems to maybe be somewhat aware, or, it seems like he's more aware that they could be in some kind of time loop, or something weird is happening with time, that they have attempted what they're doing several times. And Zach was saying on Lightcast yesterday that in his mind, what he was thinking is that each time that they've attempted, they kind of get a little bit farther. They get closer to pulling off the heist and getting out alive. And that makes sense, because you see them when the first clue that I picked up on that they kind of make a little bit more obvious is when they're inside the casino and they find the blueprints, and there's dead bodies sitting around the table, and Zach was saying that possibly maybe those could be them sitting around discussing it. But then when I was on the Nicotina show recently, we were talking about it, I didn't realize that during the epilogue, when you see them kind of standing in a circle and they're all fighting zombies, that the guy who backed out, that we see back out of the mission, he's actually there in the epilogue. So there is a timeline or a version of events when he goes in there with them. So there's a lot of different things, the clothes, the skeletons that are by the vault, the fact that Van der Rohe is kind of talking about a possible time loop, and that he seems to know where to go and get zombies and to warm them up to kind of avoid the booby traps that are on the vault, and to attract one zombie to go after the other. He seems to know a lot about what's going on. But and of course Zach doesn't want to say too much, because obviously this animated prequel is going to go into a lot more detail and about Area 51 and the role that the aliens play in this whole world, and I think we're gonna get a sequel announcement like any minute. Because, and Netflix has been, shouting this from the rooftops and been so excited to share it, that 72 million households are betting on Dead. Army of the Dead has been the #1 film around the world and is projected to be one of Netflix's most popular films ever in its first 4 weeks. So this is awesome. I am just loving the continued hype and support from Netflix. I would be shocked if a sequel announcement takes a long time, because Zack has said that him and Shay, one of the co-writers, they already know where the story is going to go, where they would take it. He said he would do it in a heartbeat, like no questions asked. And the way he's been talking about the support and the just relationship that he's been able to experience with Netflix, I think it's going to happen like any day now. So I'm here for it. Thank you, Netflix. I'm so happy to see Zack get the respect and support that he deserves. Pretty awesome to see that picture from the animated prequel. Can't wait to see more. And I'm also looking forward to the other spin-off prequel with Dieter's character, finding out how, a little bit of his backstory and his history, getting to the place that we see him in Army of the Dead. He was like my favorite character, one of my favorite characters for sure. I thought he was super likable, and I even love like his outfit and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more, and I'm very happy for Zack. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about that animation style that they're going with for the animated prequel. Even though we just see that one picture, but you still get a sense of what they're going for. I can't wait to see Zack take on animated series. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up. If you're new and you enjoyed my content, you can also subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to check out those links in the description. Thanks guys for watching.